Do you think that you always understand what others mean just basing on what they say? Let me give you an example. Alan asked Mary, "Are you going to party?" And Mary answered, "I have to work." Mary meant that she's not going to party, but the sentence she utters does not mean that she's not going. Hence, Mary does not say that she's not going to party, she implied it. In daily communication, it is not possible to fully understand speaker without knowing what they have implicated, as well as what they have said. The meanings that are not explicitly conveyed in what is said are called implicature. In this video, we are going to give you a closer look to implicature. The term implicature accounts for what a speaker can imply, suggest, or mean, as distinct from the speaker literally says. Implicature can be part of sentence meaning or dependent on conversational context and can be conventional. That is the reason why there are two types of implicature. They are conventional implicature and conversational implicature. Let's look at this one by one. The first one is conventional implicature. Conventional implicatures arise solely because of conventional features of the word employed in our utterances. Conventional implicatures doesn't have to occur in conversations, and also doesn't depend on special context for their interpretation. For example, even Jones liked Mary. Now compare it with the sentence without the word even. Even Jones likes Mary, and Jones likes Mary. Both sentences have same propositions, and the word even plays no role in truth condition. But the word even adds something to ordinary meaning. Here are intended meanings inferred from the sentence. Other people besides Jones like Mary, or of all people under considerations, Jones is the least likely to like Mary. Another meaning is, I just noticed that even Jones likes Mary. Or, if even Jones likes Mary, then all is well. Moreover, idiomatic expressions also convey conventional implicature. For instance, the idiom keep a level head can be obviously understood as to remain calm.
Next, we are going to the second type of implication, conversational implication. Conversational implications are derived from comparative principle of conversation and the number maxim expected followed by the participant in a speech event. So, we have the mentioned comparative principle. So, what are they? Comparative principle is make sure conversational contribution success. It requires a state at which it occurs, but the accepted purpose or direction of the talk exchange in which you are engaged reflects out the comparative principle in four conversational maxims, which are commandments that people decisively follow to further the conversational efficiency. In terms of the maxim of quantity, you should say no less than the conversation requires, say no more than the conversation requires. Next, the maxim of quality, don't say what you believe to be false, don't say things for which you lack evidence. And then, the maxim of manner, first, don't be accused, second, don't be ambitious, third, you should be brief, and finally, you must be orderly. And the last one, relevant. The maxim of relevant requires that you should be relevant. In a nutshell, a successful communication must be informative, useful, clear, and relevant.
Conversational implicature divided into three types: tenor-like implicature, scalar implicature, and particular-like implicature. The first type is generalized implicature, that is inferable without reference to a special context. Let me give you an example. Fred thinks that there is a meeting tonight. In this utterance, the word think means not sure, so we can infer that Fred isn't sure about whether there is a meeting tonight or not, because we don't use the context to infer that intended meaning of the utterance, so we call it generalized implicature.
Scalar implicature is an additional meaning of the negative of any value higher on a scale than the one uttered. A scalar implicature is a quantity implicature based on the use of an informationally weak term in an implicational scale. The use implicates that all similar utterances using an informationally stronger term are not true, because according to the conversational maxim of quantity, a speaker would ordinarily be required to make a stronger and more informative utterance if a true one were available. Take this as an example. Some of the boys went to the party. In this sentence, the speaker used the word some, which is an informationally weaker term, instead of not all, which is an informationally stronger term. And the hearer still understands the negative meaning of the utterance that not all the boys went to the party. Regarding particularized implication, special knowledge is required in special contexts in which only speaker and hearer can understand. In another word, a particularized is a conversational implication that is derivable in only specific contexts. For example, what on earth has happened to the roast beef? The dog is looking very happy. In this example, the speaker B violated the maxim of relevance. He did not answer directly to the question of speaker A, and he provides information about another thing. It seems that the answer is not relevant, but only after considering about the reason of the dog situation. The speaker A can infer the answer for his own question that the dog is the roast beef. If we don't read the utterance of speaker A, we cannot understand the reason why the dog was looking very happy. So the speaker A and speaker B must share the knowledge about the disappearance of the roast beef to understand the reason of the dog's pleasure.
Are you clear about the notions, as well as the uses of each type of implicature? Now you're going to watch a video and see how implicatures is used in daily conversation.
So, Mrs. Beatty, you're looking for an exciting place for your next vacation.
I usually travel to major cities in Europe, but this time I want to go someplace different, someplace away from the city, as long as it's safe.
Let's see. How about California? The Big Sur area is spectacular.
California has lots of earthquakes, doesn't it?
Well, they have earthquakes occasionally, but not very often.
But it does have earthquakes.
Yes.
I'm not going.
Okay. How about someplace in Asia? A beach in Thailand? Koh Chang has beautiful beaches, and it's very quiet there.
A quiet beach sounds nice. But they said on the news there's a monsoon in Thailand.
But the monsoon will be over by the time you go.
What else can you recommend?
Australia. The Australian outback is amazing.
I've heard they have tornadoes in Australia.
Some parts.
Where else?
Jamaica?
Hurricanes.
South Africa?
Floods.
Hawaii?
Landslides.
You know a lot about natural disasters, don't you, Mrs. Beatty? Let's see. What about Finland?
Finland?
It's wild, beautiful, and very different from other parts of Europe. And nothing bad ever happens in Finland.
Finland sounds good. I'll go to Finland.
Great. I'll book your tickets.
Well, in this video, there are two communicators. They are discussing about an ideal destination for the woman's holiday. Now, let's see how implicature is demonstrated in each extract below. The extract number 1. When the man commended California as an ideal destination for the woman's vacation, she replied him by a question tag. California has lots of earthquakes, doesn't it? However, what she actually means is not asking for any information. She implicated that California is not a safe place for her to travel. In fact, her utterance is a refusal to the man's suggestion. Furthermore, when referring to the earthquake, we all understand that it's very dangerous. So, it's referable that California is not a safe place without any notice to the context. Therefore, this utterance is called as generalized implicature. Next, for the man reply, he stated that, well, they have earthquakes occasionally, but not very often. What does he mean? He means that California doesn't have earthquakes all the time. His intended meaning is, California is not always dangerous. In this utterance, he used the words occasionally to express the scale of frequency, which means not all the time. Therefore, it is a scalar implicature. To respond to the man's statement, the woman said, but it does have earthquake. What does she mean? Does she repeat her previous utterance? The answer is no. In this time, the woman wants to emphasize her opinion. Her intended meaning is, the earthquakes in California can threat to her life, so she definitely won't visit it. As she mentioned above, she wants to go to some place away from the cities, as long as it's safe. We have to, based on this context, to infer that the woman won't go to California, so it is a particularized implicature. Okay, let's move to the extract 2. The man introduced to the woman another place to visit, which is Australia. However, she replied, I've heard they have tornadoes in Australia. Again, she means Australia also can guarantee her safety, so she doesn't choose Australia as the destination for her holiday. It is a particularized implicature, because when putting this utterance in the whole context of the conversation, we will understand that she won't go to Australia as it is not safe enough. Similarly with extract 1, the man said, well, some parts. What he means is not all parts of Australia have tornadoes, and Australia still have other parts which are safe enough for her to visit. Because of using some to indicate the spatial scale, therefore, it is scalar implicature. Now, are you more confident about the theory of implicature? Okay, this time for you to practice. So, let's move to the exercise session.